There you see CL Smooth, not CL Smooth, but rather his tag team partner, Chris Calloway. Calloway is bleeding. There's CL Smooth. He's getting the bad end of the stick or the sign.
Welcome to the best hour of their day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez.
And me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
As both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates
and coaches by building
better boxes. Welcome to
the best hour of your day.
We're back. Man, the myth, the legend, Barbell VooDoo founder, and now quite a few other endeavors going on as well.
Yeah, a lot going on.
So when we chat, it was almost 2 years ago now.
No,
It was
longer.
2.5.
2.5 years.
Was it that long?
It was long, yeah.
I felt
Go
like
back and watch the
Do a comparison of my beard. You'll know
we were
it's a
just
long time
talking
ago.
about it. You might not recognize him, but
Jay greeted him with basically, he's like, "You look old."
Yeah, I was giving him compliments. He's like,
he did give me a compliment.
Yeah.
But that was that long ago.
2.5 years.
Man,
Yeah.
I tell you what, when I was there, you gave me the Step Brothers shirt.
I did.
And when I wear that, every time, I try to tag you in it, but you see how many
Yeah.
people
I
are
love it.
always mentioning, where'd you get that shirt?
Yep.
It's Froning and Frazier, and you weren't allowed to put it out, right?
There was, I think Frazier frowned on it a little bit, but that's okay.
No sense of humor, that guy.
Yeah.
And so I try to wear it, and when I do, I'm like, I'm going to record a lot of videos in it,
Yeah.
because it always gets people talking, and I
You
always...
get a lot of comments on it.
Yeah, no, people want it.
I know.
You know, put it out there, sell it for like a high price point. Give Frazier a little, something to charity or something. It's gonna.
Yeah, why not? Ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
What's
Are
I
you
love.
just sitting on a bunch of those? Like you made them?
No,
Okay, all right.
No.
No, I literally gave a ton of them away.
Yeah,
We had printed like 100 of them, and I was like, I'll just give them away.
I try not to wear it too much because it's like really like a collector's item.
yeah.
And know what other shirt I got? The Grateful Deadlifts.
Oh, yeah?
I love that one. It's a unique cut too of a shirt.
Yeah,
it's
is
a
that
little
the
different.
tie-dye one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the Abbey Road one too with the Beatles.
Yeah.
So you're putting out some cool shirts. What have been some of your recent bestsellers?
Recent bestsellers. We did, it's not really something we're making money on. We did this big fundraiser recently, and I just forgot his last name. His name is Brad. He actually, unfortunately, just passed away.
Was it the affiliate owner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the email come out through that.
We sold a ton of those, donate a lot of money to them. And that's always the best part, right? We manufacture in-house, so it doesn't cost very much. And we're able to donate a ton of money to them, and that was awesome. Other than that, it's always just whatever we put out next. It'll get hot, and then we don't give it time to like burn out. We're just like, oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another one.
Keep rolling it out, yeah.
We can't hold on to them. As soon as I get an idea, I just throw it out
Are
there.
you coming up with all the ideas?
Me and Jack Daniels, both. We work together real close.
Late at night sessions?
Yeah.
He and I worked together last night. I was really upset. He was not kind
he
to
was
me.
not-
Some days he's a jerk.
Yeah.
But so let's take one. I really love the Abbey Road one.
Yeah.
Was it like, hey, I'm just sitting back and here comes the sun comes on and you're like, let's do it, or what?
It was we were in the car, and
Who's we?
Me and my wife.
Okay.
And we're on Sirius Radio, and we're trying to find some station. It wasn't like a Beatles station or anything like that. And she's turning through, and some song came on. It was a Beatles song. I don't even remember what it was. And then it just like it hit me. I saw it in my head, like
Literally just popped in like,
I'm
I'm gonna have them.
let me put that together.
Yeah.
Right. And that's usually how those things. It's not like I can sit down and I'm going to come up with an idea today. Nothing would happen. It's, I could be driving here and I'll have an idea. I'm like, oh, let me try that.
How do you track it? You like write it down?
On my phone. Yeah. Like my notes is just like random ideas,
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it.
I have a similar note in my phone, to just like, don't forget this.
Yeah.
What's an idea you had that you thought might be cool and it just never came to fruition?
Like we didn't do it, or
Yeah. Well, give me both. You did it and
no.
you thought it'd be funny, and and people didn't,
it did
and then
land,
one
yeah.
you never did.
So
Maybe we can come up with an idea right now.
We did a Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, you know what it is?
man.
It's too old, right? People,
They don't get it.
We would buy it. It's
They don't
nostalgia.
get it. Yeah.
And
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Did you see the movie?
It was like in the 90s,
So good.
yeah.
we did Garbage Pail Kids, and it was Sarah Sigmund Slaughter. And she had chopped off her ankles with her jump rope.
That did
And
not go.
people got livid. I'm like, it's humor. Hello, it's humor.
That's
Oh,
funny.
man, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
dude.
You made the shirt, and
No, like every idea I come up with, I do art for every idea.
whether or not
Every-
you're going to put it out there.
I have a Dropbox that is just,
So somewhere
Absurd.
exists Sarah Sigmund Slaughter.
yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and what
amazing.
makes you run with it or not?
It's a feel.
So
Like,
who'd
I
you
mean,
run it by?
I think I posted, no.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say,
just-
where did you put it that people
I
saw
had
it
put
got
it
upset?
like on Instagram or something.
Is that, do you kind of test ideas there just
Yeah.
to see? Okay.
Yeah. And then like before you push it out with marketing dollars, you know,
Right.
I may put it up on just a reel or something with a link to buy. And if it just takes off real quick, then I'm like, okay, push this one. Or if this one, you know, doesn't
Yeah.
do much, then
And what's one you put out there that you thought would be a hit and then actually
man, that Mr. Rogers shirt, I always,
really?
it was such a miss. I don't know why. He's changing his shoes, but they're lifters.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
It's just subtle. And I don't know.
Do you think maybe people they have to because he's wearing a sweater in the shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. How do you not know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just,
That's the only reason I would think it wouldn't land.
Yeah.
It's just like
and then like the one that almost never put out that, because I did not think it was going to be good, was the Golden Girls.
Golden, that's a good one.
I was like,
that one crushed.
I was
didn't
like,
it?
nobody will buy. Oh yeah, we
We talked about that on the last show, I think.
yeah,
that
we
was
to this day we probably sell 10 a day.
10 a day?
Yeah,
That's
You could
hilarious.
invest in some beer dye with that Barbell VooDoo money.
I was being so nice to you.
You were. You notice I lost a couple pounds when
Yeah.
you walked in?
Yeah, while we were standing out there, he's like, Jay's not fat anymore.
He shamed me for so long I had to do something about it. I went on Ozempic and it worked.
No, you
no.
You should do an Ozempic shirt.
Oh,
Come on, let's
that's
do it
asking
right
for
now.
a lawsuit for sure from a gigantic
Yeah.
pharmaceutical company. Speaking of that, because I remember last time we talked about this, and you were explaining all the name, image, likeness, and all the any interesting stories there in the last 2 years.
Nope.
Everybody just leaves
Everybody's
you alone
good
now.
to go? Parody, right? The parody.
Parody
law.
law.
parody law.
Haven't had any issues,
That's great.
which is either good or that means I'm too small and I'm off the radar. I don't know which one.
Oh yeah.
No, I think a little of both, but like,
Yeah.
you know, you could be small and off the radar, but still a pretty successful company.
Yeah.
A Michael Jackson shirt? No?
Yeah, we have one.
What's that one?
It's we do it at Halloween because there's some that we put out like every single
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
like Christmas, but it's the whole cast, like where they're doing the dance, but he's snatching a dumbbell.
All right. I like
Yeah.
it. I got to go back and look for that
Yeah.
one. So, Barbell VooDoo's growing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Doing great.
You quit your day job.
Quit my day job August of last year. That was
So you're like 6 months into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Good for
I
you.
haven't missed a paycheck yet, so.
What has been the biggest change for you?
The biggest change. Here's what's funny is, and you may think back and remember these things, but like, I remember, I knew I wanted to, but I was like, it's scary, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's scary. I've been doing the same thing like 22 years. I'm comfortable, you know, and I'm like, boy, if I take this is a big risk. And I remember like the first 2 days sitting at the warehouse I don't have an office. I was sitting at the conference table, and I was like, I don't have shit to do. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, the lady that runs the warehouse for me, she's been there forever. And I remember, like, irritating her on accident, like, just because I was trying to find stuff to do. I'm like, should I just go sit down? She's like, yeah, just go sit down. Like a child.
We did something
Yeah.
for 22 years, and all of a sudden,
Yeah, it was so weird. But, after like the first few days, I'm like, okay, let me find something to do, right? And then now I'm just going to start diving in, and business just took off.
what'd you
Actually, not
notice?
shocking.
Like, what type of increase from the time you retired?
Well, if I look at 22 versus 23, we doubled the business.
And you said you retired in August of 23.
Yeah.
So even just those last 5 months.
Yeah, it was huge.
Well, and no different than when we were just talking about one of our great clients, Boucher from Midstate. We encourage people to do Bring a Friend Week.
Yeah.
He ran the most successful Bring a Friend Week we've ever had after leaving his full-time career.
Yeah.
He had over 60 members come in, or potential members come in, and over 20 joined. So we were talking about it. He's like, yeah, that's what happens.
It's amazing when you have those extra hours. Like with me.
Speaking of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right? Is this going to be copyright?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Roy.
Like all those years, right? Like I'm doing the day job, and then the evening, I feel like I should be dancing.
You should be dancing, actually. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Okay. But like
he knows.
The Thriller dance.
All those hours, like during the early part of the day, and then like I would work on the business in the evening, but like the best part of my brain power was exhausted.
Yeah, you're getting like
creativity.
50% output.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it switched, I'm like, how am I getting so much more done and being so much more strategic and being able to accomplish the things I actually have been wanting to accomplish for years?
Anytime we see that, almost always the business, I mean, not always, like some people just have other kind of challenges they're working with, but man, the vast majority of the time when the owner's like there, I don't think people realize how much the business is missing by not having the full attention. And you're just like, hey, there's so many things that'll get done so much faster when you're there. And they'll be just like you. They'll be like, all right, I've been trying to get that project done for 2 years. I got it done this month. And you're like, great, do another one.
Yeah.
You doubled in 5 months being full-time, and you think you'll see that again in 2024?
Well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we're very early in, but what's your best time for creativity now that you've doing this full time?
It's not changed. It's constant. It could be first thing in the morning. I could be standing in the shower.
Bandwidth, like your brain is.
It's
just comes and it just comes to you, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It's the same. Like before, even though I had the day job, I was still working from home, so I had a little leniency.
Yeah.
You
could
had
break
an idea,
off for a couple
like,
minutes.
Because I had like my day job computer here, and then my Mac was here, and I'd just
got an idea.
Goes to this music. I just get over here, do whatever the art idea was, and then I'd go back to what I was doing. So that really hasn't changed. Like as the ideas hit, they go right in my phone.
Yeah, we're reading a book on regional hospitality, and he has that chapter on creativity, and it's creativity. The more you use it, you don't lose it. Actually, the more you have.
100%.
It's a skill.
Yeah. It's a muscle.
Yeah, and you have to exercise it.
Yeah.
When we first started, I remember we come up with the first idea, and once I had sold to all the people I knew, I'm like, how do I come up with another idea?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's just.
How many have you had? How many different shirts have you had?
I have no clue.
No idea?
It's got to be in the thousands at this point.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
That many?
Well, I mean, I come out with probably at least. Well, no, we're probably less than 1,000. We're probably around 700.
What were we gonna say? How many?
Well, it's at least one a week, so that's 52 a year.
And do you have a number that works? Or are you trying to do one a week, or is it just as they come out?
That's just how it works.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's like the South Park show. Was it 6 days to? Oh, Nate, what is it? Yeah, no, it's not 6 days to Sunday. It's like 6 days to production or something like that. Where they make every episode in 6
time
days.
Constraint
That time constraint where they're just like it's like always like right up to the last hour. But that's a great documentary, and I'm like, it feels kind of like that. You're like, gotta get one out. And be like, how do you get good at it? You put one out every week, and if it's not good, you make another one the next week.
Yeah.
Before we talk about affiliate tees, any spoilers? Anything on the docket? They'll be out by now, but
it would be out by now.
What's coming out?
No, I mean, we're really getting into backpacks, which
I saw the Quack pack. I want to pick one up.
That's nuts.
I saw them at the games, and I had so much stuff I couldn't grab one.
So a funny story, we'd always done like a black backpack or whatever, because people ask for a backpack, right? So I don't travel to events anymore. And
I know I was very disappointed not
seeing I know. They had a good time.
There's
They had a
another
great
guy
time.
that looks like you in the Barbell VooDoo.
Well, no, that's a requisite. If you work for us, you have to have a beard and be bald. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I
Which is
walked up
weird.
there and I was like, "You're not Roy."
Which is weird for females, but I mean, they, we find them. It was, anyway, a guy needed help to go to this beach event, and I was like, yeah, I'll fly down, I'll help you set up, and I'll sell, and I'll fly home. So I'm standing there, and I was like, oh, everybody's selling backpacks. They're all black backpacks. Aha!
But that's
I
creative.
have an
right?
idea, everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's do not black.
let's put ducks on this one.
Yeah, and
Why'd you go with that?
that was our hottest selling pattern for shorts, button-down shirts,
The
hats,
ducks.
belts. It was
And it makes sense. Quack back. I
Quack
love
back,
it.
yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me get some samples. Let me figure this out. So I found the company that makes Wolfpack,
Okay.
and they sent me a sample, and I just fell in love with it. And I'm like, I don't know if these things are going to sell. So I ordered them. I think I ordered like 300 of them the first time because it's a lot of money to fork out. And I was like, see, these were coming in. I want to get my timing right. It's like July 1st. I'm like, oh,
Of 2023.
yeah. And I was like, oh, these will last for the rest of the year. 28 days.
Sold out 328
Yeah,
days.
28 days. I'm like,
That's awesome.
now what do I do?
How many?
Like,
What was the
guess I'm
second
getting
run?
some
How
more.
many?
600.
Were you able to bring the cost down and increase the margins on that?
Just a little.
Because I would
It's
imagine
not-
you have better
yeah.
margin on T-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My margin on T-shirts is real good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like the bags. So, like, I got 600, but it wasn't, like, a huge difference. And I didn't want to keep selling them. I was like, I'll take the ad down, wait till they get here. And my business coach, he's like, leave them up. Just try this. And I was so against it. And he's like, just try it. Leave them up, sell it. As soon as somebody makes a purchase, just call them. Call them, send them an email, be like, here's what's going on.
Call them. You would get on the phone.
I called every single one.
How many? You sold all 600? Mm-hmm. And you called 600 people?
Absolutely. I call people every single day. It'd be like 30 people a day.
It's called hard work, Jeff.
That,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. So he said, hey, when they book it,
Yep. Just go ahead and call them.
And what did he tell you to
and
say?
just explain, like, hey, look, we're sold out. They're ordered. They're on the way. Here's the date we think they're going to be here. It's like 30 days out. If you want to cancel, not a problem. I'll cancel it for you. If you want to hang on, we'll throw some extra goodies in there. They're like, nope, we'll keep it. So out of 600, I had like 4 cancel. Okay, no big deal. And then one lady, I called. She was so impressed that the owner of a business called to explain. She went online and bought another one.
right
She's
then.
she's like, I'm buying another one just because you're.
That's great.
So we like had these.
That's
patches.
what happened when you had all this time, too, because this is after you retired, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I have all this extra time. So we made like little patches and all this stuff and just loaded them up, and sold through those 600 before they actually got here.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. So like we were halfway through. I'm like, crap, I got to order more. So I'm ordering more. So yeah.
That's awesome.
We're on that last 300.
And you're going to make some new designs now in that space,
Oh,
too?
yeah. Yeah, we did a donut one. It's not as great of a seller. It sells every day, but not like
Not like
that
the ducks,
one.
yeah.
Do you get a notification for every sale? Mm-hmm. How?
Email.
You're getting like hundreds of notifications.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, it's turned off. Like the noise is turned
Yeah, but
off. Yeah.
You're still like that ingrained in the business.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, I think you
Yeah.
could remove yourself from that portion, but it's nice, right?
It is. I struggle with not doing everything.
You got to talk to your business
I
coach.
was going to say,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when did you get a business coach? Like when you retired?
No,
Have you had one for a while?
No, I got him about 1 year before I quit.
What's his name? Give him a shout out if he wants it.
Sean Thomas.
I thought you were going to say Tony
Yeah.
Robbins.
So no, it's not. Which actually, he's got an amazing story.
Sean?
Yeah,
What
he
is
was like dead broke. Had like I think $500 to his name, and he started this company that put computers in hotels
Like in the lobby area?
in the lobby, and then sold it. I don't know if I should. Yeah, he don't give a shit. He sold it for $20 million.
He's doing all right.
He's doing just
Doing
fine.
just fine.
Yeah.
His so he sends me a picture. We're good friends now. He sends me a picture like a week ago. Like we had this huge
From his
freeze here.
yacht.
No. We had this huge. He has a massive house. He had this huge freeze, and these pipes burst. So he has like rain or water falling into his his garage. He's like, dude, can you believe I woke up to this? I'm like, okay, showing off. You had a waterfall installed. And then he just comes back like, LOL,
That's great. That's so impressive. And how did you link up with him?
Found him on Instagram, and I sent him a DM. He has like a business coaching thing for entrepreneurs, like, less than $1 million. And I met with him, and I was like, I'd love to get involved, but I don't know, is it worth the money? All that stuff. And we kind of went back and forth a couple of times. And then a couple of months later, like, I was just burnt out. And he had posted something on Instagram, and I sent him a DM. He DM'd me right back.
But this is exactly what we just spoke about, by the way, right?
He DMs me right back. Hey, man, love to, help you out and take some of the burden off of you. And I'm like, screw it. I'm going to sign up, and I'll give it a couple of months if it don't work.
Huh. Well, we were just talking about
spent.
sales and a couple of things. You were in pain, and then he responded immediately. Had you slept on it, the chances of you...
I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how important it is.
Yeah.
And that was a far bigger purchase, I'm assuming, than an affiliate membership.
I don't know what that... It's expensive.
They typically are.
But it's funny because it's like, all those little steps in business, right? Like, we doubled the size of our warehouse. I'm like, I can't afford this. I've never missed it. When I went full-time in the business, I'm like, I can't really, how do I pay myself? I haven't, it's been fine. When I hired him as a coach, I'm like, this is a lot, it's a lot of money. It's like a lease payment.
Yeah.
And never missed it. It's like he says, he's like, I'll pay for myself. Don't worry about me.
Same thing that we would tell an affiliate. Like, and if we're not, a lot of the time you're not doing the work, right? Like, you're listening to him.
Well, that's the key, right?
So, and what you said earlier, like, hey, is it going to be worth it? And here, because I've paid for all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, the variable is always me.
100%.
Even if the program or the coach is like okay, the variable is me. Like, I've never done something. I've never done something and not gotten an ROI out of it, because even if I was unhappy with it, I'm like, I'm still going to make this work. I'm still going to get I'm going to extract some sort of information out of this. And like, for instance, we hired a coach to put together like a tax strategy, my wife and I, and like the service wasn't really that great, and we were really annoyed because it was like it was a painful purchase, is what I would tell you. But 2 years later, I'm like, I'm still glad we did that, because we went through everything. We learned it. Yes, they kind of dropped the ball on some things, but like we made it work. Yeah. Like, we definitely got our return on that. Yeah. And that's what, like, people are like, is it worth it? I'm like, are you worth it? Like, the bet is on you. It's not on me.
It kind of would surprise me that an affiliate owner wouldn't have a coach, because they're preaching to people to come here to be coached. Why would you not look at it the same way?
I agree with you.
Would you like to clip that?
That's why I looked at Nate. I was like, clip that.
It's
a deep question.
Yeah,
but
it's a deep question.
I think...
Is it scary? It's
a lot of times for anyone, it's like, you have to be in enough pain. Yeah. I think I should be able to do this on my own. But I think you're talking to two people that have hired coaches for non-business related, just for personal growth. Yeah. And a lot of people don't have that growth mindset. Like,
I was going to say it's almost entirely a mindset thing. Yeah. Where it's a lot of it is rooted in scarcity, and again, just not willing. They're just not confident in their ability to take whatever this person gives me and then run with it. So,
and being willing to be, transparent with their weaknesses, right? Like, and
that has a lot to do with it too.
It's
like,
very vulnerable.
You have to be vulnerable. You were talking about before. It was like, hey, sometimes we get in those little breakout sessions, and I'm like, well, it gets heavy, dude. It gets real heavy. Yeah. We were just at one in Colorado like last week, and like a mastermind with like breakout sessions, and for sure there was crying across those 2 days.
Yeah, Fern was bawling.
But what is taken away from that is huge.
Oh yeah. Dude, we had a meeting yesterday, just recapping everything. You get ideas, like with coaching, even like in our company with small group calls, people get on like, why do I want to be on with other people? Because you're going to get ideas. You're going to see other people dealing with the same struggles. You're going to have, they're going to be asking questions that you don't have yet.
Dude,
do you have calls with other people that Sean works with?
Absolutely.
And you learn from those?
What most people will do is they won't ask questions because they're embarrassed that they're going to ask a dumb question, that they perceive a dumb question, right? Or they're like, I don't even know what questions to ask. Okay, well, just get on a call with everybody else. Let them be the dumb ones, or let them ask the
Yeah.
questions you don't know to ask, and you can take away. You can be a bystander and learn.
Yeah, we learned watching everyone. They do hot seats, right? And I was taking more notes on other people's than our own because you're just picking up things and learning things. Well, now that you've been working with him and you're retired, you've started a new venture.
Yeah, is this where I'm supposed to segue a commercial? No.
Yeah.
No, well, a lot going on, but last time I was on 2.5 years ago, right? So we were praying for some gyms, and it was kind of like a friends and family type of deal. And the whole purpose for us doing that to begin with was just we were hearing horror stories from gym owners and friends of ours. They're buying shirts, they're overpaying for the shirts. I'm having to buy 100 shirts. I only got 50 members, and of course I can't get the 50 members to buy 100 shirts. Those stories. Y'all have heard them all. And I was like, well, let me use my connections to help them out. Well, since I went full-time in the business, we started printing everything in-house. When we started printing everything in-house, well, margins change. Well, now I can bring that customer in-house and can even offer them a better deal, right? If they're like, hey, I want one shirt with a coach on the back because I just hired a new guy. Okay, no big deal, right? Well, I only need 12 shirts because I only have 24 members. I'm just starting out. Not a big deal. We can do 12 shirts.
Because a lot of companies require
A minimum. It's
Yeah.
usually like 13 or
36,
something.
Yeah.
So-
Depending on the item, it's more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we can still do it for, like I said, a price where they can double their money, triple their money, and it's 30, 50, 60 bucks is not a lot, but when you're first starting out, 30, 50, 60 bucks is a lot.
Everything hurts when you're first starting out.
Yeah, it's a light bill, it's a wall ball, it's whatever, you can, well, $30 ain't go buy a wall ball, but
yeah.
A little
you know
tiny
what
one.
I mean. Yeah.
Explain to people, because this was something when I had my affiliates and I had my buddy Scene, who was the printer, wouldn't do one-offs. What is the challenge? Like, why is that so annoying
Time.
to printers?
It's setting up the screen.
Because you have to
Yeah.
make the screen.
So
Right.
what we did that's different, and we can do all that as well. We bought this huge direct-to-film machine. It's like 8 foot long. It's huge. And it takes the same ink, prints it on the film, goes through the drying process just like a shirt would once it's printed, and you take that and you can heat press it on a shirt.
And it's got the same quality as if
Holds up just the same.
it doesn't, like, remember in the 70s? Those
No,
shirts
no,
would crack?
those are vinyl, yeah.
Those are vinyl, yeah.
So it holds up just the same. The picture quality is hands down.
Is that how you do all your
better.
shirts?
Now we do, yeah.
So whether it's a
Any
large
of
run
the-
or a small
no.
run?
If it's like print stuff, and I'm doing, 1,000 that are just our logo, one color, then I just screen print it just for time. But if we're doing like high detail stuff, like the shirt we did for you guys, because of the detail in it, we did it that way.
Because it saves time for multicolors and those types of things.
Well, if you're like, you know what, hey, I know you sent me a medium, but now I'm a small. Then I can print one shirt.
I'm still a medium.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
still a medium.
Well, it's kind of tight there.
Yeah, it is
But-
kind of tight.
Yeah. But I can print the one shirt in like 3 minutes.
Really? Mm-hmm. And how quickly can you put the design? Is it just a matter of how quickly you can
Just
create it
3
on
minutes.
Canva and then put it in there? Like it's a computer, like
No,
send it?
we still use Illustrator just like we always have.
Yeah.
But then like, I'll just send it to the computer and it prints it right out. I take it, put it on the shirt, 3 minutes from the beginning to the end.
So that's why if somebody wants, hey, I need one coat shirt,
Yeah, not a problem.
cool. And affiliate,
Yeah, Affiliate Tees is how we rebranded.
TEES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TEES.
So that's a Barbell VooDoo
Yeah,
separate company?
No, it's all the same right now. That way they are able to tie into we have some gyms are like, hey, we've always done like the basic logo. We want something VooDoo style. We
Yeah,
want
more
some-
extravagant. Like
we want something flashy,
Funny,
funny, and then we're able just to put something together for them.
Do you have core values for Barbell VooDoo?
I never have.
Sean
sat
is
down.
failing you. If you need a real coach, I
he
got you.
Yeah, I do. he hammers me about this all the time because it's very loose, right? And I've actually been thinking about this a lot more lately as we've been growing, because as we're getting bigger and I can't touch everything, I see
That's what I
the
asked.
faults.
Yeah.
So like, one of mine is customer service, obviously.
But I said it because you're funny. Like, that's humor. Like, one of our values for Best
It's
Hour is fun.
Yeah.
So, like, that's obviously one of ours. But customer service, what else would you say? Let's do it right here on the show.
Okay, are we going to write this down, or are you going to help me?
Nate's
strap
got it.
up?
We'll-
recorded.
we'll
It's
say
recorded.
it.
We didn't write anything down.
Customer service.
Yeah.
Obviously,
clearly
right?
with the 600 phone
with the,
calls.
with the phone calls. Quality,
Yep.
Yeah.
humor.
2 more. We don't have to have 5, but
3's good.
I've got 3.
come on, let's push them a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, help me.
4.
Let's see if I'm thinking about it. So
you've
you got quality, customer
customer
humor.
service, and humor.
I would imagine you have a strong team.
Yes.
So somewhere in there is like the team is important. Who's
Oh yeah,
there?
yeah. We do like breakfast every Monday morning.
Yeah.
The warehouse team, which is
Like that,
fun.
and that's one of our values. We call it team.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Yeah.
like it
Can
extends.
I steal
like,
that one or no?
Yeah, well, you've already stolen
can-
humor,
okay.
so
You
yeah,
can-
might as well
you
take that one.
You can't use 3 teams. You can use 2.
Yeah.
Just do team.
Can I do teams cubed?
Ooh,
Ooh. No.
probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Let's see. I think without seeing more of what goes on, I don't want. This is not the right word. We gotta go from here. But I was gonna say like risk, like leap of faith.
Sure. Absolutely.
Like even
Yeah.
just to start back in
Yeah.
the day and
Yeah.
now to leave your job. Like I think it's important your
Yeah.
team knows like
Or something
they
that's
can-
like you guys
they can
with all
take-
with
well,
all your
they-
divines, but like you guys are constantly kind of pushing the envelope on ideas.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like
but
something
I
along
trust
that.
you. Like you can give me anything.
Innovative.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like
ooh,
that.
yeah, there you
we
go.
go.
Innovative,
Like
done.
I'm not
Write that
gonna.
down.
I'm not going to fault you.
Okay.
Like I want you to be super
Yeah.
creative and innovative.
Yeah.
And if we do it or don't, like you go into the Quack Pack was innovative, right? Like we were a T-shirt company almost exclusively. That was a
Yeah.
big jump. I meant to ask you on that. It's like actually a good backpack.
It's
Right, like
We
it wasn't
put-
like the vinyl one with the string. Like you went to
no.
like it's almost like a go ruck. Like it's quality
Yeah.
with pockets.
We have loaded a human in it.
Smaller
test-
than me
to-
then.
Yeah, it's like 136 pounds.
Like standing in it and like
No, like we put him on it. I put him on my back and walked just to see if it would rip.
and it didn't.
Nope.
But also the pockets make sense. It's
Yeah.
not like yeah. So wait, so we got okay. Let's take a step back.
Okay.
Customer service, quality, humor, innovative, and what was the other one we came up with?
We didn't.
No, we had
No.
5. We did it.
No.
Did we?
Nate, we did it.
Oh
No, we had 4.
no, we had 4.
We had 4.
No,
He's
customer.
paying attention. Are you paying
customer
attention?
service, leadership. I said leadership. No, I
No,
said
no, that was
Team.
a team. Yeah,
Oh,
team.
Team.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
team
did.
cubed
Customer
cubed.
service,
Team square.
or team square.
humor, quality, team, innovative.
Thank you.
That doesn't. We'll
about
send
to
you
do-
this on YouTube.
You're about to double your business again.
Yeah, Sean.
I'll take it.
Sean, that's on us. Don't let
Yeah,
him take.
You can forward that payment over to us.
I believe. I think that's absolutely true for your company. That's pretty cool.
Which,
Yeah.
but the core values is an interesting because we make everybody do that. We make them. We prompt
It's
that
part of the
exercise.
curriculum.
And one of the things I tell everybody about core values is core values they should be able to help you solve problems. They're not they're not meant to necessarily be inspirational, like useful core values. They're there as guardrails. They're bumpers.
Yep.
Be like, hey, we're moving over this way. Like that's a violation.
Well,
of,
what's funny is the way you're saying that is exactly why I started rethinking about, like I said, just a couple of weeks ago, just as we've been growing, like you'd have a couple of quality issues, and I'm like, that doesn't fit.
right.
Yeah.
Right? We don't do that.
Yeah.
Or a customer service issue, like we don't do bad customer service. My goal is I turn everybody. If you're
Lifer.
pissed, I'm turning you.
Yeah.
I want raving fans. I don't want lukewarm
Right,
fans.
right.
So, but that's kind of why I was thinking about that. I'm like, I've got to figure this out. So thank you for.
we just did this.
I know.
I'm so
But
pumped.
it's more important than people think. And for the realization you're having now is like, particularly as you grow, like I do things a certain way and I feel this way about it and I know why we do it. But if you can't transfer that to another human being, like eventually that either quality will drop off or they'll not make the right decision at
Yeah.
the right time and stuff like that. But if everybody knows hey, yo, this is what we're about. This is who we are and what we do.
Well, now you have a standard,
Correct.
right? Like,
And
does it fit within this? It doesn't. Okay, well, it's out.
Yeah.
And by the end of this year, you're going to be removed more.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Because
And
of
now,
that.
and now you don't, we don't have to be in every meeting. Katie knows our core values,
She probably
inside
lives them
and
better
out.
than we
Yeah,
do.
she sent us for Christmas. Like, that's what we got from her. And, Cody and Nate and all of our team. So when they have to make decisions, we trust they're in alignment. And, on a personal level, it's really helped all of us understand each other better than we do personally.
Mm-hmm.
So
Love it.
we'll do the mission on the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mission,
2.5
mission
years
and vision
from now,
is
or
next.
what?
Yeah.
Is that 2.5 years from now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
So affiliate tees is up and running. People can
It's up
reach
and
out
running.
if you had a lot of affiliates. Reach out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like, last time I was telling you guys, like, 2.5 years ago, last time I was on, after the thing aired, like, I just got constant got hitting up. I
Constant
loved
nudies
it.
from me.
No, that's
That
now.
just has never stopped.
Now
Yeah.
that you're super lean, like who's this? Oh my God! My wife uses my phone. She's like, who's this? I'm like, don't ask. Anyway.
Well, I mean, you're solving a significant. We were talking the other day. I'm like, why? There's certain things in the industry that have just not been fixed, and it drives me insane. That's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is this still a pain point for everybody?
Well, what I've learned, 10 years in now, that there's a lot of, is unscrupulous the good word?
It's a long word.
I'll look it up later.
yeah.
I'll let you know.
Unscrupulous T-shirt companies.
That's fair.
Not like brands.
No,
But
yeah.
I'm saying like that print for businesses. Like, if there's a quality issue, then it's on us. Replace it. If it's a bulk order, that sucks. But do the right thing.
What would you see go wrong? Like what? Just the prints in the wrong spot?
I have had prints come in that are, the Golden Girls look like the Simpsons, and
I want that shirt.
no, you don't. Just anything like that. And I've heard it from, countless gym owners where, we've been buying from this person from so many years, and I got this order that was jacked up. And when I went back to them, they wouldn't replace it. They're like, well,
You lose a lifer right there.
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm never going
why
back
do
to
you
that company.
do that? It just blows my mind.
And like you said, I've experienced this. Like, restaurants are a good example. Like, oh, the food wasn't great,
Yeah, I
but
heard
that
you say
customer
that.
service
Yeah.
is great. Or I've gone to companies where I'm like, I will never go back there because of that. And it's like painful because I love that brand. But
I'm
you're
so
doing it the
hard,
right way.
so hardcore the opposite way. I would rather lose money than lose customers.
Well, long term, it's almost impossible if you lead with customer service.
yeah,
It's almost impossible to lose money long term. Like you will have continue return buyers no matter what you do.
Yep, just treat them right.
You said hardcore.
I did.
I didn't know this on the previous podcast, but you're involved.
Involved in what?
NWA. In the NWA.
No, I'm not.
No, what's your what? So
No.
I've never really gotten the scoop. Like, what's your deal in wrestling? Because I'm a huge
never-
wrestling fan.
Never told this story.
All right, let's hear it.
King Mabel, take it out to wild side. Chair shots to the head.
Omega working smooth across the rope. Fireman's carry into a backdrop.
Just clearing the ring. This is Southern Extreme Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jack Johnson.
One of those metal signs slashed him on the neck, and there, oh my, that's graphic. Working smooth across the ropes. Up and over.
Now I'm sweating. All right.
Is that fake blood? Is that fake blood? Did you cut yourself?
Once upon a time in a different life. Okay.
Pre-barbell VooDoo, pre-wife.
Yeah, this was I was probably around the time I was 16 years old. I went to wrestling school.
Where?
Yeah.
This was in Tullahoma, Tennessee. It was a little rinky-dink.
Who was the instructor?
No
one you know?
You would not know him. So I went through like the world's worst training, but I was such a fan that I had figured things out.
How old are you?
16.
I was 16,
No, but how old are you now?
47.
So we're like the same age.
Oh, okay.
So we grew up watching, like, when I said the
you'll
Mega
love this
Powers,
story,
like, you got it.
Oh, yeah. So there was a promoter putting on a show in our town,
In Tullahoma.
and it was me and a buddy. Like, I had went to wrestling school, then I was teaching him, So I had somebody to wrestle with and practice, right? And we would set up in my yard and do all this stuff. We talked our way onto this wrestling show. And we had a match in front of people. And his deal was like, you have to sell 100 tickets each. Brilliant on him.
Yeah,
Right.
he's
He had a
making
200
money.
he had a 200-person house,
That's return
right?
on investment
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
So that was how it started. And I ended up doing it till I was 24,
So you had a
25.
career, eight-year career.
I mean, I never like made money.
who's
like,
the most famous guy you wrestled?
I've wrestled Tracy Smothers. I've
Okay.
wrestled.
Because is this Mid-South down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this was
Like Crockett,
there was
right?
Mo and Mabel.
Oh,
that
they
was
came out of here, the
yeah.
Men on a Mission? Yeah.
So Mo had a promotion. I worked for him for a couple of years. Chris Champion, I don't know if you know who that
Yeah.
was. All those guys. So anyway, at the best, at my highest point, which is sad to say, I was making like $150 a week.
That you hear that about wrestlers.
Yeah,
so,
and I worked 4
And
days
this
a
is
week.
in the 80s,
No,
right?
this would have been, I guess,
yeah.
or 90s.
Like late 80s, early
No,
90s.
no,
yeah.
this would have been 90s. This would have been 90s.
But still, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not
It was-
$150 today, but
No, it's terrible. But, it was fun. It was so much fun. Anyway, let me
Dude,
fast forward, right?
So speaking of fun, I went to like me and a couple of the coaches. This might have been 2.5 years ago. We WWE was in town.
Yeah.
And is it Bailey? Female.
yeah, Bailey's a wrestler, yeah.
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 She came into the gym. She's like, hey.
A lot of them do, I mean,
A lot of do
Rollins,
CrossFit.
like,
She came into the gym and I
they
was
all
like
do-
just chatting with her. She's like, hey, we're doing a show tonight. She's like, you guys should come.
So H-Dub down
Yeah.
the road from here, Rollins is buddies with him. He goes over there all the
Yeah,
time.
when I had my box,
Dude,
John
it was
Cena came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
They give you great
Yeah.
tickets.
Dude,
Yeah.
they gave us front row
yeah,
tickets.
behind the hard cam usually, yeah.
Dude, front row tickets, and I kind of like panned left and right, and like everybody was like 8 years old again. Everybody
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
just like we were yelling at the
Everyone loves
wrestlers,
wrestling.
dude. It was amazing.
So what's the, okay, so
All right,
what
so let me
happens?
so when we started the expo, so this is
Okay, so now you're in current times, 2 years
time,
ago.
right?
Yeah.
We had taken over the Nashville Fit magazine, and we still have it today. And we were like trying to figure out like what we were going to put on the first cover. And my business partner, he's like, "You pick." Well, I had done had a photo shoot done, and like we had put a post up, "Hey, we need models." Well, Camille, who works for the NWA, who's the NWA champion at the time, she's like, "Hey, me and my boyfriend will," which turns out to be Thomas Latimer. He's NWA guy as well. So they come down. We've just become fast friends. I never tell them anything about the wrestling.
So they don't know you were
They don't
former-
know anything. So they end up being on the cover, and he's like, "Hey, man, why don't you get up here and I'll teach you how to hit the ropes?" And I was like, all right, cool. So he goes back and forth a couple of times, and he's like, "All right, you want to try?" And I'm like, "All right, cool." And I just took off, and I would always hit the ropes really hard.
Yeah.
So I just start going back and forth, and he turns around and looks at her. He's like, "He ain't telling us something." And then,
You're like, I
so
did
then
it.
I sent you those videos.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, what do you know?" I was like, let's play around a little bit. So I'd snatch him inside headlock. He'd shoot me off and do the tackle and thing and drop over and the hip toss. He's like, "You used to do this." I'm like, many years ago.
That's
And then
amazing.
Dude, we rolled around for like 2 hours.
That's cool.
I was so gassed. It was
Hitting
so
the
much
rope,
fun.
that's hard, right? I've never done it. But they say it's like
Yeah, when
that'll blow you up.
when you first do it, yeah. but-
I mean, it's
The
essentially,
get up drill, that's the hardest.
what's that?
So it's like you just go down, you come right back
Like a-
up.
like
So it's
a-
like doing burpees, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
you
a
know.
break fall, though, on your back?
That's not. You get used to that.
Yeah.
But like just the hitting the mat and jumping right back up to your feet that quick. If you ain't in shape, and I was not, I'm still not.
You gonna do it again, ever?
No, I don't think so, man.
Is it? The NWA's down here a lot in this area?
No, I mean, they travel around, but they were living here at the time.
Gotcha.
And they've actually moved to Orlando, and we still talk. We'll message back and forth.
That's
and
cool.
Text and stuff. They're good. I mean, just good people.
All right, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Dude, I really enjoyed the Bushwhackers, dude. I don't know why.
Luke and Butch, yeah.
They were just so funny. But obviously, the Legion of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legion of Doom.
Road Warriors, yeah.
Yeah. I
You're a
probably
tag team guy. That makes sense.
I
Look
did.
at us.
Yeah, well, look at us. But I was always a big Ultimate Warrior fan.
Yeah. What about you?
Ric Flair.
Yeah, because you're in the South.
Yeah. I watched more NWA than I did WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody loved Hogan, right?
Right.
Everybody loved
Yeah.
Hogan. Everybody loved Macho. That was, I mean,
That's
they
my
were
guy,
just,
Macho,
they
yeah.
were so amazing. But
So you
I
were
loved
like,
Ric
we're like the
Flair.
same age during Monday Night Wars, during NWO.
It just go back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
absolutely.
in college, and we were just, every Monday we'd all get together.
Yeah.
It was so great. Like
crazy.
you
I
miss
stopped
it.
watching it probably like when I got to high school. But
No,
was
so did
like,
I. But then that happened.
Yeah.
And it was like I got back into it.
Sucked you right back
yeah.
in, yeah.
It was like so. That was like Hogan's on
Yeah.
WCW, Austin's on WWF, and it was like the best period ever for wrestling.
It's crazy we talk about it. It's been 20-something years.
Dude, that's
I
wild.
love like my like. What is it called? Like a guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
Like I just love watching like old wrestling documentaries.
Well,
and
I was just
podcasts.
getting ready to say like those are that initial period has kind of it's so far removed. There's like quite a few movies that have come out about like the Claw that we just saw.
Yeah,
And
Claw,
what
that
was the
great.
other one about? There's another one that came out just recently too.
A wrestling one?
Yeah, the Claw. Zac Efron was in the Claw.
Yeah, that
right?
was Iron Claw, yeah. About the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
I love.
And there was another one
was
too.
it
I
on
can't remember.
History Channel that they do, or A&E, where they do.
Oh,
like,
yeah, they do the
Go
biographies.
find the stuff.
Yeah,
and the
oh, that one,
biographies.
yeah.
Oh, I love those
You know,
shows.
speaking of being old, so our au pair, right? She's listening to. I'm like, are you listening to Guns N' Roses? And I do the math, and I was like, when I was a kid listening to like the Beatles, that was old. Guns N' Roses is further away from us
Than the Beatles
than
were.
the Beatles were when I was a kid. Like I was like,
Wow.
holy crap, like that. And then she was like, she goes, you met Anna briefly, but she doesn't speak English well. She'd be like, Bon Jovi came on. I was like, what are you listening to? She's like, this is my mom's mix. She's old. I was like, oh, man. So Barbell VooDoo's grown. We're going to double again in 2024.
Now that we got those core
We
values.
got the
down.
core values. Let's task you with this. Next time we're back in Nashville,
Okay.
let's see them up on the walls.
Okay.
On
We'll
Barbell
come by.
VooDoo.
We'll come by the
Yeah,
shop.
we can
Yeah,
do
we'll
that.
come by again. We'll pick up another Frazier Froning shirt.
Absolutely.
And,
We'll make another one. And
you know what?
Who
By
gives a
then,
shit if they like it or not?
I'll tell you what. I got a goal for us. By then, we're gonna be so popular. There's gonna be a Best Hour Barbell VooDoo shirt.
I mean, we can do that
We
now.
can do that now.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, we already have one coming out at the mastermind, right? But cool.
We need a
Hey,
QR code. We'll put up that thing.
Done.
We'll
all
make
right,
a
there you
fortune
go.
this weekend.
There you go. We'll donate something to charity.
Yeah,
We'll,
let's do it.
yeah. Hey, we're proud of you, man. This
Thank
is
you.
awesome.
Yeah,
This
good
is
for you,
so
dude.
Cool.
This is fun. You guys are awesome. I'm so excited.
No, you did. It's like that's a huge leap, and I hope other affiliate owners get inspired by that.
Yeah.
Like, if this former unsuccessful wrestler with
with this gray beard.
with his gray beard can do it, I mean, 22 years, like that's no
is
small
so-
career.
yeah.
You have a supportive wife. You got great things going on, but that's so awesome. And I know by the next time in 2.5 years where we chat again,
Can't wait.
IPO or
Crushing
something.
it.
Yeah,
Crushing it. Yeah.
Keep
Dude.
up the great work.
Yeah, you're the best, dude.
Thanks, guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
What you gonna do, brother?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when the best stop? No.
That was really good. That was
He's a heel.
really
He's a
good.
heel for
He's
sure.
definitely a heel.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.